And the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this,
he rifles one that's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for Bears touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception. And it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes scoring scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Chiefs have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. On play action, Fields. This is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards, good enough for 1st.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 81 yards. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Bass on for the extra point. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Fields on first down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chase Claypool.
An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now here's Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going quickly here to Thomas.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd down and 3.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From the 24, Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Devin Bush in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll run on first down. Bowman. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidence right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now it's Mahomes again, and Thomas has it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
Fields now to throw.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far.
Touchdown, Bears! Chase Claypool with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to...
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Jalen Waddle,
28 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
He's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The slot man in motion right. After the sack on first down, Mahomes looking deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
On first and 10, here's Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bowman.
He's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Bears! A big play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, it's Bowman, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bowman. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession.